Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire episode number 7 in this preview series, or 7/8. Alright, so we have only one demand that we're trying to meet, and that is the BP increase, which I'm sure we'll get to, because we have plenty of turns, more than 10 turns, and all eyes right now are on solar energy. Now notice that it only went up by 28. This is bad. That means that if it goes up by 28 again, we will miss. I was trying to get it finished all in one turn, and so I was hoping that this would go up by plus 62. Anyways, we didn't have it even go up by 31, which would have been half of what we needed, and would have guaranteed us, or not guaranteed us, but seemingly allowed us to finish in one turn. We know what cost of 1% is. It's 4 BP. So going up by 188, we can do the math. 4 times 20 is 80. Doesn't make sense at all. This doesn't make sense. Am I going crazy? Calculator. 188 divided by 40. It should be at least 40. It should be at least 4, because 4 times 4 is 16, times 10 is 160. Well, I am very confused. Research was, bonus was plus 46. With 100 BP available, we gain 20. I don't understand why with 100 BP. So 100 BP makes sense. This is 28. This is correct. Well, it should be 25, right? 4 times 25. Solar energy technology is now at 60. I have no idea. I might ask Vic about this. It does not... I cannot fathom what is actually happening here. Yeah. Okay, well anyways, it doesn't matter. There might be some issue that needs to be worked out here. Probably it's just a misunderstanding on my behalf. But let's not waste too much time on it. We just pour as many points as we can into solar energy. We expect that we're not going to research the tech for 2 more turns then, unfortunately. At least we're going to get the research... Okay, so, things weren't all bad, though, in the last turn. As far as power goes, it was minus 26, which is something we can handle for a few more turns before everything goes to hell. We're also starting to position our troops in places where they will be ready for... I thought one of these guys still had movement points left. Maybe not. Oh, well, here's one. Yeah, so we're positioning our troops in places where they're okay for a rebellion, but now we have this new White Land group coming, and they're already annoying the hell out of me, since they just decided to invade all my territory. It's just not very pleasant, but that's... Well, I mean, maybe they're the first people we declare war on. And hey, I was talking about how we had too much space, and a rebellion could spawn almost anywhere, and that, that's kind of annoying because it can happen over here, over there, or there, and it's gonna be hard to get to. Well, they are solving my problem by decreasing the territory I have to cover. The marauders in the south are mostly eliminated. I don't think we have any reason to expand any assets, just because especially our worker situation is not in very good shape. So I think what we're going to do is end the turn here. We are not going to do any of these things quite yet. Oh, this is danger? Danger versus fear. So fear would not be so bad because it kind of combats unrest. Let's do this one. Let's execute this. We got 29 more fear. It's going to decrease our population happiness, but it should also stomp out any unrest. So it's kind of like I think fear stops unrest, right? If you have a fear, unrest means we're going to go riot. If you have fear, you stay in your home. So I think that they work against each other. We'll see. It's been a lot of movement. 0 out of 7 steps already. Was that in the south? It was probably the Picard Nation. They've been pretty active. Oh yeah, they actually are moving pretty far in the east. Which is okay. Eventually, at some point... Actually, even if Picard expanded to this entire area, I'd be okay just leaving off that part of the planet and expanding northwest. West-northwest. If this was a player, that's the kind of discussion we would have even. I'd be telling them, hey, why don't you take this? I'll take this. Okay, one decision. They won the election. Unrest been modified by plus 25. My god. Thank God we only have like 4 more turns of it. It was 9 out of 13. We gained state companies. Research completed solar energy. I don't understand it, but that is huge. New model light tank, also very important. Wow, good stuff. Very, very, very good stuff. All right, I think this is pretty obvious. We're going to do this, and we're going to do... Shoot. I think we ought to actually start preparing for a battle against this unit. Yeah, this is a very weak unit. We could shift around. I think we will. Like so. This keeps our territory, and these guys did not move forward. I guess that maybe they're out of supply. I mean, I imagine the supply lines are stretched pretty thin. This unit was going back here to base. This unit was the one who will eventually end up in the scientist outpost. Or scientific outpost? Scientific outpost, good. I think that's the correct way of saying it too, but Vic is not English first language. I think that he's Dutch. So, or actually, he might even not be Dutch, but just, I don't know, who knows? But he didn't speak English as his first language, and, you know, speaks it pretty well considering, but there can be some little issues that lead from that, like minor grammatical issues. New research field, I think the university makes sense. Oh my gosh, and of course, before we forget. So it's finally happening. The dream is finally coming true. We're going to learn how to make our own power. We're going to build in one turn solar panel, and it could not come it could not come, it's not a moment too soon. Could not have come at a better time. Things are really, really desperate. In fact, if we only are losing minus 29, I think I already set the assets here back to full. Actually, because of the worker situation, it might be because people are leaving. This is 20 plus 3,800 overall. Yeah, so 2,000 due to cancellation of workers. So it's over 2,000, which means that there's a net positive. Luxury private economy attracted 1,100 extra workers. Population increased by 500 due to natural growth and 1,200 due to free folk migration, which is good. But then minus 1,000 because of the picking up more people. So I think what I'll end up doing is making this not a brigade but a corps. These units will be very strong. Probably not in a position to attack this turn. We'd like to dig in. Also, it's usually wise to completely surround the enemy just so that they can't retreat. That's my opinion. Of course, the best thing would be is also if we had artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that guy should be in shape. I think they're all going to have green next turn. It's kind of nice not having to worry about... Yeah, so wow, they actually did. Picard commune actually went all the way to the sea here. We might as well just step forward and basically establish ourselves in the last bit of area over there. This unit might be out of supply for one more turn, but after that we don't care. We can actually leave this area entirely. For the rebellion, we'll still land here so that we don't lose that. But after the rebellion, we won't need to defend this area, assuming that the Picard commune doesn't just stab us in the back. Which I guess is still somewhat an issue in this right now. There's people talking about, and I've seen it before myself, where you do get stabbed in the back by an AI, even if they're at like plus 100, which in fact we are almost at 95. So we're like fast friends. This only goes out of 100, so you have to imagine that we are trying to imagine a relationship that we could treat this as. It's turbulent times, so you'd have to imagine it's not like it's a chaotic world. So in this sense, maybe 100 doesn't mean as much as, let's see, what's something? It's like maybe something like the French-British alliance pre-World War II. Maybe things are not that secure because this world is just splintering and it's more chaotic. There's less stability, which may cause people to switch sides faster. But all right, no decisions to make. I think that just quickly close my calculator so I see what's going on with the time. Yeah, we're in good shape then. Let's go on to the next turn after this. Did I did not. Did I? Yes, I did. The most important thing is getting our solar panels going. Now, it's going to take 2 turns to get it up, by the way. 1 turn to finish, and then the production only starts on the turn after that. In fact, immediately next turn, I I actually do need to shut down some of my worker ones because I actually, okay, good. I need to shut down workers so that we just have workers. I need to shut down something. Let's, excuse me. Let me put this one down to 25% just so that all of the workers are freed and available to, yeah, why are these workers not being assigned? We have the money. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why the workers aren't going, because why did we lose workers this last time? Cancellation of their jobs. But look, there's no cancellation of jobs. Why are we missing these? Let me go back and actually spend some time looking at this asset. Okay, sorry. Paid only for 97% of production costs. Needed 600 workers and used 100 of the 500 allotted to... Why? Huh. Why is that happening? Why is that happening? Why is production 97%? Oh, is this the administrative strain? So what does the administrative strain come from? Is this from... I don't know. But I don't like it. I definitely do not like it. It might have to do with the size of your zone. Our zone might be getting too big. And that's a problem we can solve by probably capturing the city up here and giving it more of this zone, capturing one of the cities over here and giving them more of this territory. Things like that, I think, it's too much physical territory, I think. People are asking about settling a new city. You have to do colonization, you have to get colonists there. It takes a long time to get your colonists there. It's the same thing as recruiting recruits for the military. It takes a while to build them up. And then you have to establish a new zone, which takes political power. Not a big deal. You can easily get a new zone. And then after that, you have to work that city from the ground up. I think the mechanics are like that. Maybe we'll see it later in the series. But long story short is, it's not a trivial matter. It's not a simple matter. It's not like a game decision like build a settler and go settle a city over there. It's not that simple in this game. You have to build up a pool of colonists. Then the colonists go to a new zone to settle a city and stuff like that. So it's a little bit more... I think it's a little more involved. And it's not always optimal. It's usually better just to capture a city in the area and give them that zone. Okay, so... I think that's it for this turn. Yeah, actually, I just thought that since the strain on the... Since we have actually the workers to do it, I am going to just increase this back. Because it doesn't take any power. So this is probably just 97%. I don't understand this. Needed 1900 and used 1800 out of... But it says here... 3%. Yeah, scavenger bonus. So... I'm missing something here. I gotta think about this more. But for now, let's just end the turn. We're so close to understanding the game. But we definitely have some room to grow. I'm expecting an attack from this unit. Picard Commune, just expanding. Oh man, they actually are cutting us off in our western expansion. There's the attack. They lost 500 to our 0. Defense is very, very, very heavily favored in this game. Start diminishing in 2 turns, thank God. It's going to drop away pretty quickly as well. We're finishing research left and right now that we already focused so much on getting this going. VidCon broadcasting will be quality of life entertainment. I think people will like that, so let's do that next. Hidden village discovered in Pacifica. We discovered a new secret village hidden in a small crater in Pacifica. They number 700 and seem rather peaceful, and we could easily force their people to join the populace of Pacifica. Their elders suggest we leave them alone in exchange for providing us 200 colonists a turn. Yeah, not even a question for me. Let them be. Give us the colonists. So where did this... Oh, hidden village. It's right there. It is right there. Like 200 colonists a turn is fantastic. Okay, we lost 34 energy, and our solar panels, frickin' hell, did not finish. Oh god. So this administrative strain is actually now causing a huge impact. So it's the higher it is, the less efficient your management of the zone will be. I don't know what this. I have to look this up in the manual. I think it just comes from area, but it may come from relations. Cabinet. I think we're gonna have to fire our model designer. Her relations just keep dropping. I don't understand. So she wants meritocracy. Corruption is 12. So the thing is, she wants meritocracy, and that's like one of our regime's most prominent characteristics. We are like purely meritocracy. She should love our government. For some reason, she does not. So we're gonna have to find a replacement for her, which means, let's see, who else do we have? I wish this scrolled instead of having to do a list, but yeah, she's not. We have a one reserve pool member, capacity 1. Not, she's gonna be terrible in the model design committee, but what choice do we have? Okay, let's go to strategy, get another junior.
Affirmative.
Hopefully that person's good enough. We'll use another recruit junior next turn if it's not. Wait, I should just look. Okay, what's your abilities? Well, it looks better. It certainly looks better. Okay, let's see about replacing them. And this is the problem. They're going to ask for a new job, and it's going to be a mess. Let's just see if the administrative strain goes away when I do this. So we'll kind of just be doing this on the fly here. Okay, we are going to relieve you.
We'll go.
This is come with minus 2% to their relations levels. Other leaders will suffer minus 1%. Let's give her no job. You are not going to get a job.
We'll go.
Yeah, and now we need somebody else to take over. I guess it'll happen next turn. Okay, that's fine. So there's such a low percentage drop. I don't understand why she didn't like us, though, with the meritocracy being so high. I didn't see anything about her personality that really made her such a terrible choice, but, well, I don't know. It's just the way it is, though. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Does that administrative strain is 3%? Let's see what happens. Could be relations, but I think it's just due to area that you are. So I think before I've split my zone in half and it reduced my administrative strain. Could be number of assets compared to the size of the city. There's like so many different options it could be. I just don't know which one it is. A lot of pressure coming on over here. Looks like the commune has actually forced this unit. Okay, plus 25. Vidcom broadcasting, combat armor, Nikers, artillery. That's the one we want. Alright, well, I think we are going to do an attack here for once. We have a 60-to-1 odds. Readiness is very low, apparently. They have experience. There's small entrenchment. They do have experience. Max attack saturation. Modifier turns negative if you are committing too much firepower on too little quantity of targets. Interesting. So there is this. This is apparently different than the stack bonus. Important now to think about how this works. So I guess the minus 51% was still giving us a benefit overall. Well, let's attack and just finish him off.
Engaging enemy.
Oh my god. Wow. So just to let you know, even with 60-to-1 odds, wow, pretty bad. even with 60 to 1 odds, we lost, it was 5 to 1. I guess that's about, that seems like okay. So they lost 10, they lost 1,000 people and we lost 200 people on 60 to 1 odds. I kind of would have expected it would just be, we didn't lose anybody, but maybe I had a bad roll. Our units, Grunts Mark II and the Machine Guns 2, are certainly far superior than those units. Fair enough. So we can move back at this point. We don't need to defend anywhere along this border. In fact, the only thing we should do is immediately push on this side of things. Oh my god, there's somebody there. There's somebody there? Didn't that register as my territory? Well, look, Whiteland, you've pissed me off. You are now going to be the subject of my ire. I am definitely not going to have stable relations with you. We're gonna do this. I don't see any anything going on up here, so I might just leave somebody here, and I might just want to take some of these people away. So this 100 I'll leave here. This 200 grade defense I'll leave there. That's actually pretty valuable to leave. Okay, I want these guys to move west though, because I think we're gonna end up going to war with Whiteland. We already are. We're de facto at war because we're fighting them, but not like formally diplomatically at war. But I think that's the direction we're gonna be moving. So we do want to get a replenishment of troops. I think we lost what, 2? So we lost 1 machine gun, and it was 100 grunts as well. Looks like the grunts are here, yeah. So we'll go to replenish troops. And we will, sorry, grunts 2. I don't know if it's what's going on with that, so let me do the replenishment through here, where I can do it. Do 100 grunts, 100 of these. Okay. Now those should be replenished. Don't know why this is currently quantity. We'll use 0. I don't know why we can't do the production here. Oh, replacement should be... I'm doing it on this particular unit, but what I should have been doing is this one. And it's going to say, hey, we want these. And I still don't see it. I need to actually spend some time to make these reports to Vic, otherwise I just lose him. I kind of just assume Vic's watching, and that's not a good assumption. Vic, you should watch everything so that I don't have to make bug reports, but I really need to. Okay, well I think we're done with this turn. Administrative, whatever. Did it go down? It did not. So I think it was still the right move to force that new person out. Oh yeah. Oh, no. I do want to dismiss this one and get a new nomination. It's going to annoy the purple people. Syndic unit? Well, I don't care. I'm going to dismiss her. Alright, the new person we got is still not that much better. Let's take a look. What do we have here? Cap 1, so she's not going to be very good ever. This one's cap 2, better. I think that it is a better choice to get him. Her? Mabel. Her. Yeah. Okay, let's put a point. Economic Council is just rolling through the research now. Probably because we have such a huge investment on research. But we have a lot of things to catch up on, so let's continue doing it. We have 14 points in the power plant now. I guess we're just doing that whenever we have points left over. I think heavy industry is more interesting. Military research, high velocity guns, seems like it makes sense. We don't really need radiation filters yet. Don't need RPGs yet. Let's go high velocity weapons. Perfect, it's time for us to do artillery and light tank. I mean, if we go to the unit design, light tank is going to give us medium tanks, artillery is going to give us AT guns, and mechanized artillery, so mobile, you know, self-propelled artillery, I guess it's usually known as. Probably should actually tell Vic that that's the more appropriate name. Sparty! Self-propelled artillery. But of those two, I'm actually going to prefer artillery first just because it's going to be more helpful for my wars going on right away. Okay, so weight is going to be a small issue if we want to pull these, right? So we need to make sure that these are not so big that they can't be pulled. 500 weight, which means you need to do a little bit of math. Let's see. 4-to-1 firepower to weight ratio, 3-to-1. Yeah, now it's getting hard. 8-to-3. Oh gosh. 5-to-2. Oh boy. 12-to-5. So that's like 0.4? 2.4? 7-to-3. So that's 2.33. And now it's, oh boy, 14-to-7. No, that can't be right. 40. No, 48. So 18-to-7. No, that's still not right. Oh, it's 30. 16. 16-to-7. 2 sevens. I don't know. Anyways, the math is, let's just figure out what I want. I do want a higher firepower. It's really hard to figure out. Okay, there's a big jump in ammo usage going from 60 to this, then 2, 2.3, 2.6. So the ammo usage goes up dramatically between these two, but then it doesn't jump again until 2.6 to 3, I guess. And actually, the ammo usage through 2.6 is pretty small. I'm going to go with this one. Weight of 300. Let's select the 150. I don't think that this one needs anything like that, but let's give it a envirosuit just so it has some small defensive. It's going to impact the metal by, you know, it's so insignificant. Let's give it a padded envirosuit. Like 2-3 is so insignificant. Okay, 1-2 to 2-3 to 3-4. 50 to 100, it doubles. I mean, the gain seems pretty good for not that, because if we start over, we hit cancel. This one is 48 and 32, so it just like you're spending so much already. This almost doesn't even matter. So let me go with this 2 and 3. These things should never be in combat. Is the reason why I don't really care about giving them, but I want to give them an envirosuit just in case we get into places where we need a filter or a thermosuit. Well, a thermosuit maybe, but we probably won't need the filter side of things. So let's do padded envirosuit. 2 and 3. Yeah, it's a minor thing, but let's do it. Do we want to do a new organization? I don't think so. Not yet. Staff council would be good to get us orders of battle. Actually, okay, I need to start recruiting some more units first. So let's say no change.
Affirmative.
Let's go over to our strategy cards and start getting new people. What else can we do? Yeah, radiation, which, let's see how our city's looking right now. Pacifica. Militancy is dropping very quickly, so we need to do the decision, the strategy, before it's no longer possible. This one. So we're going to execute this.
Affirmative.
Militancy dropped by 23 and we gained 2 points. So you can see militancy dropped. Right now, fear is suppressing unrest, which is great. It's also, you know, decreasing our happiness, I'm sure, but just our max happiness. So our happiness is actually going up because we eradicated all the unrest. It's Skandark wants to execute relative, so this is our Dolly. I do want relations with her to go up, but man, enforcement and heart are not the things that I want. Mind is good, so no, I think we'll do this, which won't hurt relations, makes people happy. Let's do that. New demand, commerce release reach. This is just not going to happen. It's just not. I'm just going to refuse this because it won't happen. I guarantee it. Now that actually negatively affects our commerce. What I kind of find this a bogus. I would say that I dislike this aspect of things. I can't guarantee my commerce is going to increase because it's random. I would like it to. But by saying, hey, I can't guarantee it, you then take it away from me. Yeah, I dislike that. I do dislike that. I don't know what the point of the game mechanic is. If you give me a path forward to increase my commerce, like I said, if you give me an opportunity to increase it with some trade-off by saying, hey, you have to sacrifice city happiness to do it or something. Give me a trade-off, and then I'll say, okay, I will get my commerce up, and if it doesn't happen randomly, I'll take the other trade-off. But if you just say, like, if you say, hey, are you going to get it up? And then I can't, just literally, the game doesn't give you an opportunity to change it. It feels a little bad to be punished for it. And then by telling the game, hey, no, it's a random mechanic, I can't guarantee it, the game then punishes you anyway. That's my rant. But things are exciting right now. I mean, we're really moving forward. We got the power supply, which should be finished next turn. Administrative strain we're just going to have to live with, unfortunately. This is all secure, so we'll get this unit to move back. He can rejoin his HQ. HQ's been out of touch with him for a while, which I think it's probably mentioned. Yeah, his HQ power is 75 here. I think over here it probably was a lot lower. These guys are at 100, so 5 hexes usually? Maybe it's 4. I don't know what the distance the HQ can reach is, but 4 apparently at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So probably it reaches 5 and then it drops by 25% after that. So 6 is 25, 50, 25. It was probably at 0 when we first started this turn, but it updated nicely when we moved closer. So food is decreasing. Let's, boy. Don't really like doing this, but we do need food. Well, we can survive a little bit longer without it, so just to keep the power supply situation fine. Alright, that was a hell of a turn trying to get all those different mechanics to work. Yeah, so we'll leave that guy there. Leave that guy there. Yeah, and then we'll start moving people west. Now, do we want to do this upgrade? Do we want to upgrade him to a core? It would take 2 political points. We would need 14... So we'd need 10,000 infantry. Let's pretend that we're just raising a new form and see how possible it would be to do. Yeah, we're at 90%, and I assume that the missing 10% should be exactly included in the current battalions, so in the current brigade. I kind of would have preferred it if it was, I like the idea of having a brigade with battalions. The next one to me should have been a division with brigades, which should have been exactly the sum of all your battalions. So 5 battalions, I mean, we could just pretend that there's 5 battalions and a brigade, and then the brigade, if you get the brigade, instead you have these 5 are all just one unit, and you have 5 of those in your brigade, even though probably should be 4 or something like that. I mean, in your division, it should probably only be like 4 brigades, but that's fine. You could just abstract it as 5. Just these are heavier divisions. Division it's an arbitrary assignment. There probably are administrative repercussions for making your division too big. But I mean, then what do you call a core? Yeah, you break down. Anyway, I'm getting too philosophical in this. Much too philosophical in this episode. Let's just end the turn. Wait for our power supply. I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything else wrong. People are not happy about the hospital, but, you know, they'll have to wait. Okay, so let's... Oh, construction finished. So I had already waited. So that means we can actually drive everything up. Anything which is currently not at 100%, we'll put back to 100%. Let's just go to the entire zone. Okay, this one back to 100%. The green bar here shows you the... Yeah, this one back to 100%. Back to 100%. Active. So we'll see if the mothball to active just works very easily. Does it take just one turn to get up, or is it going to take longer than that? Okay, we'll see. And then we're building that, and you know what? With the advances in the power situation, we can start building a new high command. We can probably construct a new bureaucratic office. We can start construction on a university. Just go crazy. We're not going to have enough workers to do all this, I think. Oh, wow, 20. Okay, we'll hold off one moment on the bureaucratic office. Just one. Alright, well, I actually skipped through the end of turn stuff, but nothing happened, actually. We can go through the history real fast to see. 2 turns, this is going away, thank God. We discovered deep core mining. Expensive, complicated way to get fuel. Hopefully we won't need it. We got high velocity guns. We're getting a lot of stuff, so I think it is time at this point to set up a new council, since you do get benefits from the council, and we're kind of saturating our research right now. We discovered new tech from military, advanced sensors. Using new techs for our binoculars and sensors will probably significantly increase the recon points, which we've already seen that's been a problem multiple times. Thankfully, mostly for the militia, but which are going to go away, eventually. I think we do need to build something through this. We have to take this territory. And what we're seeing right now is that they have fallen back a bit, which is good. We want to claim that territory as much as possible. This unit, because it was so beaten up last turn, wasn't really even able to advance. I think I'm just going to send this guy over the mountains. Low mountains there, so we avoided the high mountains here. So high mountains there, so never mind. There's no getting around it. It's high mountains no matter what. This unit, again, we can try to deploy him east again if we do the rebellion, but we're actually sitting okay on fate points, I should say. Do we want to maybe do this? Gladiators, in order to have, I like it because it doesn't give you a one-time boost like Labor Day would. It gives you and this is only, if I could throw away this card, I would. Let's do this private investment. Always good to have private investment. That's one of the reasons why we're getting a lot of draw to our cities right now. Yeah, so 8,100 workers increased. That's insane. Yet we only lost 3,500. And you can see that luxury private economy attracted 1,200 extra free folk. That's fantastic. Of course, minus 1,000 for our military. We increased by 100 inhabitants due to immigration from, 2,600 immigrants. Oh, we actually got 2,600 immigrants from Picard, which is strange. They supposedly have perfect happiness and worker happiness. How is this happening, Vic? Are they just perfect? Are they godlike? Anyway, we know all of the stuff going on. They do have 2 big cities, so yeah, we are behind. We need to start... Do they have 3? They stretch... Oh, they have a rare metals mine, too, which is so nice. They have geyser turbine, which is plus 100 energy. Boy, I could have used that. They were able to snag a derelict spaceship here for 100 research points. Refugee camp. They have a lot of nice things. Metal mine. Ancient luxury set of happiness. No, sorry, that's political points. Plus 1 political points. And yeah, they are expanding to the west here, so we do need to kind of beat them around the mountains. I sent 2 of my forces to do that. Yeah, I guess we're just sending our forces north in preparation for the rebellion that we may want to trigger. Sending forces west. And yeah, we got to establish a western... okay, it really should be time to do the rebellion, but I'm going to call this video to a close here. We'll take care of the decisions, the assets, stuff like that. Power-wise, we are positive now. That's fantastic. But we lost a lot of things this turn, probably because I'm building so much. And administrative strain is down to 2%. I wonder if that's... I don't actually know why that is. So let me look up administrative strain off camera. Come back hopefully with an idea of what's going on. hopefully a solution to fix it. And we'll pick this up in the next video. For now, thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care.